Well, hello there, DoorDash family and customers. All right, I'm going to take a little time to explain this to you because I just saw a YouTube vlog that didn't quite make any sense. Um, a lot of it in life is you have to experience it to know how to explain it. So, and I've experienced it. I've worked for DoorDash quite some time, and I train new drivers and open new locations. And anyway, I'm here to help you. So make sure you put a thumbs up and subscribe so that you don't miss any important updates for DoorDash. So the topic for today is DoorDash food that is undeliverable and the option of return food to restaurant. Every once in a while, there will be a thing that pops up on your delivery app on your phone that will say, return food to restaurant after you talk to a certain rep. It's very rare. Okay? Now, here's the situation. This means you went to go do a delivery and it's not deliverable. You can't get a hold of the customer. They used a fake number to get a discount code. The address is wrong, especially right now with the server being bad. A lot of addresses are coming wrong. There's a lot of things happening till they get the server fixed, which they're working 24 hours a day. It just crashed recently on a Friday. But anyway, so here's the situation. You have three options. Okay? Now, option one, which is a DoorDash thing. Let me get this straight. Which is a DoorDash thing. Option one. Say you're getting $10 for the order to deliver. Okay. Undeliverable. You donate food to the homeless. Okay. Now, if you choose to text a rep over the situation, the rep's going to tell you donate the food to the homeless. 99.3% of the time. Okay. Now, the reason they do that is because the customer is going to get charged. They ordered the food. The order was not canceled before the food order was processed, like the restaurant starting to cook the food, a driver being sent to go pick up the order. So what they do is, in the event that they're going to end up refunding a customer, if they do so, which is rare if you have given a wrong phone number, address, whatever, it's a tax write-off. It's a tax write-off to make donations for anybody. So it does not hurt DoorDash to donate food to the homeless. I know restaurants where orders have gone bad where drivers didn't come. When DoorDash can pay them for the order, they're not worried about it. They turn around and walk out there and give it to the homeless. Honest to God. Tax write-off. Why waste the food? So, say you're getting paid $10 an order and you donate the food to the homeless. DoorDash is going to tax write off that food for donation to homeless. Two, another option. This situation of take the food back to the restaurant. Now, I'm going to explain to you how this goes. I've actually done this twice in all the time that I've worked for DoorDash. Okay? And it aggravates me because I had to drive all the way back to the store and take it back. And, you have to think about how it goes. Okay? The $10 you get paid for the order. When you're requested to take it back to the restaurant, you get another half. It'll say 1.5 times. So you'll get another $5 for that order. So if you take it back to the restaurant, you will get $15 payroll, okay, on that order. Now let me tell you what happens when you take it back to the restaurant. The restaurant looks at you like you're crazy. And they're like, what? Don't think DoorDash is calling him over there to check to see if you brought it back. Two, they're not asking you for the red card to credit it back to the account, the charge, And 3, by law, they cannot take the food back and send another driver for that food. They cannot resell that food because it's gone out the door. So they throw it in the trash. Okay, so 1, they throw the food in the trash. They don't credit the red card back, and DoorDash isn't calling them to ask if you brought it back. Okay, but it's your choice to do this. Now, like I say, I've done it twice, and I thought, wow, I got to do this or I'm going to get in trouble and not get paid. Not true. You still get paid because DoorDash called you to a job to make a delivery. You wasted the time and gas to go to the restaurant and wait on the food. You wasted the time and gas to go drive around and try to get a hold of this customer, and that was unsuccessful. Plus, you had to set a timer on the order. So, or if you didn't set a timer on the order, always set a timer. If you think it's going to be problematic or a giant apartment complex with 100 buildings, which is literal, set that timer as soon as you get there. Because a customer will be running to come get that food. So anyway, don't think that when they order that food, they're not hungry, okay? They want that food. They do not want you to leave with that food. So anyway, when you get this order and it has to go back to the restaurant, if you click that option, I will return it to the restaurant. Well, you just go right ahead. I did that at a Denny's in Pensacola a while back, and they looked at me and said, "What do you want us to do with it?" And then they called the manager over. The manager's like chewing me out, and I said, well, "This is what DoorDash told me on the app. Bring it back to the restaurant." They're like, "So, what do you want us to do with it?" So what happened was I gave it to them, and I was sitting in the parking lot and watched how the waitress ended up going out the door with that same order. I was parked right in front of the building at the window with the check-in desk, and she was going out, leaving, and had that same order with her and took it with her. So she got free food. And I asked them, I said, well, here, do you want my card so you can credit it back? And they're like, no, we can't do that. Especially that order was done through the Denny's website and then shipped through DoorDash for delivery. So they don't have any way to go in there and, credit it back or key in their driver brought it back. That's not happening. DoorDash is not calling them and going, hello, did they bring the food back? No. I had another order like that from another Denny's another time, and I think it was in Mobile, Alabama. I was working that day, because I travel all over the states working for DoorDash. And it said, take the order back, and then the rep that I talked to, because I had called a rep, and I talked to him, and they tried to reach the customer. They called the number, they text, they couldn't get a hold of him. Nobody's answering. I guess they're using a different account, somebody else's account. And DoorDash does not favor that. They did not have the right phone number. They made up a phone number to get a discount. DoorDash does not favor that either. So anyway, they sent me this thing across my phone that says, click here, I will deliver the food back for 1.5 times pay. And so you can opt to do that or forget it. Well, it scared me, so I went ahead and I clicked the 1.5 times pay, but I didn't quite get it. So I thought, well, maybe they're giving me half pay. So when and that order was $10. So I had to drive in traffic at prime time with peak bonus pay all the way back 6 miles across town to the restaurant to return the food. And I went to return the food and everything, and they were like, so what do you want us to do with it? And I'm like, I don't know, DoorDash just said I should return the food to the restaurant. And they were like, well, we're just going to throw it away. And this is the only thing we keep is the bag of chips, because it's in a plastic bag. I'll give it to one of my employees. And then you're looking at them like going, what? So anyway, then you check the option, you re-delivered it back, okay? Well, then it comes through your pay as $15. Okay? So the problem I had with it was I just drove another 6 miles through traffic during peak pay time, and I can't get any orders because I've got to get this delivery back. So it was not worth it for me to get the extra $5. The next time I talked to a DoorDash rep and explained to them about that, I had a problem with some other order, and I told them, I said, look, they had one order where they wanted me to go back to the restaurant and they would pay me 1.5 times the pay, and that was a joke. I said, because I couldn't do any other orders. I had to drive 6 miles back through traffic at peak pay time, and then I had to wait to talk to, the receptionist or manager at the desk to tell them, here's all this food, and it'd be like $50 worth of food, and the DoorDash rep said, you don't have to do that. And I said, are you sure? Because I was scared like I wouldn't get paid for the order at all or whatever. They said, no. They said, you could donate that to the homeless. And I said, really? And they said, yeah, that's what we do. We feed the homeless. And I said, okay. The new option where it's leave it with the neighbor or anything else, DoorDash has a policy where you don't leave food anywhere because people do fake accounts and they want you to deliver to vacant houses and all this kind of stuff. And they'll use somebody's credit card or account, ship it to the address next door down the street that nobody lives at, and then they'll run down there and go get it. And then whoever owns that credit card goes, I have never lived there in my life. I've never had food delivered to that address. I want credit. Creates a lot of chargebacks. Leave the food with a number on number 3, which is actually the same as number 1, donating food to the homeless. If you can't find any homeless, it's yours anyway. So, I've worked rainy nights where it was just pouring down rain. There's not a homeless person in sight. So, because I'm not at home, I'm homeless while I'm working for DoorDash, okay? Facts are facts. But anyway, so you choose how you want to do it. But I'm telling you right now, there's your 3 options. That's the way it's done. And you don't get in trouble. And, you choose what you want to do. You either get paid $10 for the order, or you get paid $15 for the order. Either way you do it. So, there it is. Because, 1, your GPS on your phone, that little white balloon thing up in the top right-hand corner, that is tracking where you're at. That's how DoorDash tracks you. That's how the customer tracks you. When you set your timer on an order because you can't deliver, which the timer will vary. It might be 4 minutes or 10 minutes. I don't know why, but they just do that. I've had bogus hospital deliveries and all that too. I set that timer, by God. And once you set that timer, you can only set it at that address. You can't set it down the street or anything else. You can only set it at the address because the GPS is picking up your location. It's saying the driver is there. And when that timer rolls out, that's it. That's DoorDash's proof that the driver did go to deliver the order. So where were you? So that's the proof. Texting the customer, whether they answer or not, especially on a problematic order like this, is your legal proof at DoorDash that you attempted delivery. Say it's storming real bad, the GPS is flickering around, and they can't quite tell if you were really there or not. That texting is saying, hello, please respond. I am here. I also take pictures of the property to show proof, because sometimes DoorDash will ask me, and I'll send it back to them. I'll send them the screenshot of the property I'm waiting at for that order that went bad. So I have the text, the picture, and the GPS to back me up. And so that's what you do to show your proof. You text that customer, whether it's a bogus number or not. It may come back and say, we don't accept text to this number. I've got that before. Or they just never answer because they used a fake phone number to get a discount, which DoorDash does not like at all. They will cancel order on heartbeat and tell you to give the food to the homeless. So, they do look at your texts Be careful what you say on your text to that customer, because DoorDash sees it. You want to be polite, proper and decent. And, I'll tell them, I'm here. I tell them, I'm waiting on your food. Food is ready. 5 miles away. I tell them white Mercedes. And I count the miles down to them until I get to half mile. And then near you, which is, less than a mile, less than a half mile. So near you. And which is really convenient because they'll come running to your car to get that order, which is really neat. Saves you so much time. Anyway, and that's your proof. When DoorDash contacts you later, if they try to call you and you so dare to answer that phone, which I don't talk on the phone while I'm driving or delivering, but they'll try to call you endlessly, like 3 or 5 times, to see if you'll answer. If you so dare to answer that phone from DoorDash, not the 650 number, the other phone number, the 650 could be the customer calling you because all the numbers are changed and rerouted. It's a California number. And they'll say, what happened to the food? What happened to that delivery? And it could be an hour later, DoorDash will call you. What happened to that food? Well, did you deliver? And it's like, I was there, I set timer, I left. The customer never answered my calls or texts. And they're like, really? You text the customer? Yes, I text the customer all along the way. I never got a response. I even mentioned to them, DoorDash has got a timer on this order. You have 5 minutes left. Please respond. And it's on there, so DoorDash could see it. So that proves that you attempted delivery. It's not your fault if the customer's scamming or not paying attention to their phone. Some customers are brand new. They don't understand we have 2 sets of messages that come on an order. One is computer generated, but it stops after it tells them your food has been picked up. There's no more text after that. But as a driver, you could text from the beginning of the order when you're sitting there waiting to pick it up, okay? And that way it gets the customer rolling so that they pay attention that there's this other message coming pertaining to their food. So that's how it goes. You make the decision of what you want to do. And returning the food to the restaurant, you just get paid 1.5 times pay. Okay? That's what it is. If you had a $10 delivery order and it went bad and they tell you, take it back to the restaurant, you get that extra $5. It's half of the order, so you get $15 paid. But is it worth it to you? To me, it's not. I'm not doing any more of those. We're done. Because I lose orders when I have to drive all the way back to that restaurant in the traffic when I could be getting other orders. So I don't want to do that for $5. Now, if you want to do that, that's your choice. But, it gives you $15 pay. But you do what you want. There's your options. That's the rules with DoorDash, and there it is. And don't let anybody tell you any different. Subscribe to this channel for the real truth about what's going on with DoorDash. And because I really drive for DoorDash, and a lot of these people on YouTube don't. Trying to ask them a question, and when they don't answer it, like when I first was doing that, looking all over YouTube before I got my kit and all that stuff, 99% of people wouldn't even answer. And you know why? Because they don't deliver for DoorDash. They're just trying to get monetized views, right? I'm not monetized, so I'm doing this to help you. So I don't get paid for this, on YouTube. But anyway, so there it is. You enjoy. Throw that thumbs up. Yeah. And subscribe if you need help with DoorDash, whether you're a customer or you're a driver or considering working for DoorDash. Subscribe. I have so many DoorDash vlogs that will help you. And please feel free to comment as many times as you want. If you've got a lot of different questions, try to keep the subject matter on the subject of the vlog would be great. If you want to suggest a different subject matter for a vlog, comment and say, look, can you do a vlog of this? And I will do your vlog of that subject, if that helps you. And but I'm here to help you. So I don't turn down anybody unless you're really snotty, nasty, and cussing, then we might have a little bit of a problem. But as long as you're decent and you're honest that you're asking a question and you need an answer, I might be able to answer you. So let me help you. So go ahead and subscribe and you enjoy. And I hope you enjoy door dashing. It's an interesting job, whether it's a side job or your full-time job. DoorDash is the highest pay out of all the delivery apps at this time. DoorDash is growing every single day. They're growing so fast that the server can't keep up with it. So we've had a little bit of trouble with the server this last week. It had crashed on Friday, and it made life very rough. Um, so they're working on it 24 hours a day, very diligently, trying to get it going. Other than the fact we're opening in other cities daily. We're in over 3,000 cities across the United States and including in Canada. So it's a really hugely growing company very rapidly for about 7 years. So anyway, you enjoy. Thanks for dropping by. I hope I helped you and I hope I answered your question. Uh, and you dash on. And may the money tree crash in your hand today. And as always, make a new friend every day. Do something kind for a stranger every day. And don't ever sweat the small stuff. Just keep smiling. Dash on. Love to you from Big Red.